Hello everyone, this is Jan from orJANics 50 and Raw, and I'm here to answer a question from one of my subscribers named Cindy. Hello Cindy, I told you I would answer your video in a vlog, and here I am, take two. So Cindy's been following me, and she happens to live close to me, so she's been coming by the studio and we've been visiting, and she's been changing her lifestyle to eat healthier, and she's been losing weight, and she's been feeling better. But she went and she got some tests done on her, and so she's kind of concerned about the test results, and started to do some research on the internet and has found a lot of information and is kind of confused about what she should do. So she sent me an email asking me to just please help her, you know, kind of what would I do? And so that's what I have found, that everybody that comes to see me, no matter what they have, whether it's fibromyalgia or lupus or, you know, whatever it is, my answer's always the same, because to heal every disease takes pretty much the same steps, in my opinion. Now, I am an RN, but I'm not a doctor, so I cannot give medical advice, and I don't want to give you medical advice, but I do want to tell you what I would do in your situation. And you make your own decisions, and you do your own research, and you come up with your own plan. So the first thing Cindy says, she was looking at some of my beginning vlogs from October, when I started my 1 year raw food fast, which is a spiritual journey for me. I turned 50 October 14th. I wanted to draw closer to the Lord. I wanted to go deeper, and so I decided to do an extended fast, and eating raw food was my way of fasting for a year. And I'm so glad I did. I cannot tell you guys how glad I am. God has been so amazing and just wonderful to me. So when I started my fast in October, I did I believe it was a 3-day coconut water fast, and I just wanted to get control of myself. A lot of times when you're eating whatever you want and you're being really self-indulgent, you feel like you're out of control. You feel like you have no control, like your taste buds rule your life and you just cannot say no, or you're unhappy. And I wanted to get some discipline back, and I wanted to purge my body from all the birthday cake I had eaten, and you know, just get on track. And so I bought a big bag of coconuts at the produce terminal. I think there was maybe 30 or 35 coconuts in it, and every time I was hungry for 3 days, I'd just crack open a coconut and drink the coconut water, and that was such a great way to start my journey. I am really glad that I did that. In fact, I think I'm ready to do another coconut water fast or something. It's been kind of rolling around in my head. But yes, I do recommend that. Now, Cindy, there are different fasts that you can do. Lou Corona does a watermelon fast, where he eats nothing but watermelon when he's hungry. And watermelon is very alkalizing to your body and very healing, and has a lot of great benefits. I believe he did a 45-day watermelon fast once, and he said what came out of his body the last 5 days of his fast were vile creatures, just horrible things, and he really experienced some wonderful healing with that watermelon fast. Yes, there is a lady I see here, she does a 12-day banana fast. And you said you think you couldn't do 12 days, maybe you could do 3. You can do a smoothie fast, you can do a juice fast, you can do there's so many different fasts you can do. Basically, you set the rules. You make the rules of what kind of fast you want to do. Your body can handle it. You're diabetic. I know you're diabetic, so you're going to have to watch your blood sugars. You know, you're going to have to make sure they're not spiking depending on what type of fast you do, and they're not bottoming out, because your body is going to take months to heal itself. And I do believe if you have type 2 diabetes that you can reverse it, but it takes that special person to be disciplined and constant and making the right choices and letting their food heal the body. So you are going to have to be patient while the fruit and the vegetables heal your body, and giving up the processed and the processed food, and cooked as much as you can. So yes, you don't have to start with a fast. You can just start eating healthier, and how you choose to start eating healthier is up to you. So number one thing that I would recommend is always start with healing your colon, because your colon is where this healthy food that you're now giving your body is going to get the nourishment from. Your small intestine and is going to, that's where the absorption of those vitamins and minerals and phytochemicals are going to occur, to go to the cells in your body to heal it, to purge it, to detoxify it. But if your digestive system has been abused for years and years and doesn't work properly, guess what? You can make the most awesome ginger blast juice and you can drink it, and if your body can't get out of it what it needs, most of it is just going to be wasted. So you need to start thinking, okay, how can I get my digestive system in order? Number one, do a colon cleanse. Cindy, I know you're doing the 90-day colon cleanse that I talk about in my videos. Awesome. Keep it up. Number two, you can get a colonic. Go and find a lady or a man in your area that does a colonic. If you've never had one done before, they are very gentle. They're not gross. They're not freakish. They are a wonderful way to get impacted feces out of your colon that could have been there for years and years and years, putrefying, feeding parasites, causing havoc in your body. So get that stuff out of you. Probiotic is very important. I used to teach a childbirth class, and I would tell parents, when you have your beautiful baby, guess what? Its digestive system is waiting to be loaded with beneficial bacteria from mother's breast milk. So get that colostrum in, and it will like gold line the intestines of your baby, and all good bacteria will start to grow. And I told them, now your baby, everybody actually should have 80% beneficial bacteria and no more than 20% bad bacteria, which would be the yeast or candida. But what feeds yeast and candida? Sugar, processed food. That feeds the candida. So most Americans have fed their bad bacteria, the yeast, the candida, and really not taking care of their good bacteria, and so it shifts. So we have probably 80% bad bacteria and only like maybe 10 or 20% beneficial bacteria, which means you're not producing your vitamins that are produced by the beneficial bacteria in your small intestines. So to make a very long story short about that, your kombucha is a probiotic drink. Make your own sauerkraut, make your own kimchi, make your own fermented pickles. Get those into you because they're packed with trillions of probiotic. If you need to take a probiotic supplement, find a good one, a really, really good one, because a lot of the ones that are out there and available are dead. They don't have the amount of beneficial bacteria the bottle says. And take that, take your probiotic before you go to bed, or sip on your kombucha with your meal, and start to build back up your beneficial bacteria. It will take months to build it back up, but that's something to work on. Enzymes, eating your food with digestive enzymes. As we age, our enzyme stores reduce and reduce and reduce. And when you constantly eat cooked food, they reduce and reduce faster. They're depleted quicker. And so you can eat a piece of wonderful whatever it is, but when it goes in your stomach, if it's cooked, it has no enzymes. You've killed the enzymes in it to help break it down so that your body can assimilate it. So now your pancreas has to produce those enzymes to break it down, and then your pancreas will produce as much as it can. Maybe it can only produce 20% of the enzymes necessary to break it down. So you only get a little bit of whatever out of it, and the rest is just waste. If you take digestive enzymes with your food or before your food, you are helping your body. You're giving it the tools necessary. Every enzyme, I say, is a tool necessary to break open a protein molecule or a a carbohydrate molecule, or whatever it is. There are thousands of enzymes, so that once they're broken open, your body can assimilate it and use it. So enzymes are very, very, very important. And I have this past month started taking 30 enzymes a day. I take 10 before my morning meal, 10 in my lunchtime meal, and 10 in my nighttime meal. And I have noticed a huge difference in my health. Like, I can't even tell you. Just, it's been great. I know that I'm enzyme deficient in more than just one enzyme, several. So I'm working on getting that fixed. Parasites. When you're doing your colon cleanse, I know that the colon cleanse that Cindy that you're doing is also a parasite cleanse. Make sure you complete the 90 days so you complete the parasite cycle. And then the next thing you want to do for your digestion, we're still on point number 1, is avoid things that clog you up. You know, they say you should be having 2 or 3 bowel movements a day. And if you're not, you need to assess. You need to stand back and look, okay, what am I eating? That is a clogger that's clogging me up. You know, a white flour, white rice, ice cream, cheese, meat. You know, if your diet consists of mostly that, you're clogged up, period. So get those out of your diet as much as you can. Okay, number 2, get a vitamin D3 test done. Make sure it's not a total vitamin D, because it will test your vitamin D2 and D3. Vitamin D3 is in a category all its own. Most individuals are very low on vitamin D3, and it can cause you to be very sluggish, very tired. It can cause you to have painful, like your bones hurt. And I just can't say enough about that. I really want to stress that. Cindy, I know you got your vitamin D3 tested, and I know it was a 10. And so you're working on taking a vitamin D3 supplement to get that up. And in the weeks to come, I believe that you'll start to feel less fatigue. But if you're tired all the time, it could be vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 is needed by every single cell in your body. It boosts your immune system. If you can get your vitamin D3 up, if you're the type that's always sick and always having a cold, you know, vitamin D3 can boost your immune system, and it's very necessary. So they say that the normal range for vitamin D3 is about a 30. In my opinion, I want mine between 70 and 80, because when your vitamin D3 is between 70 and 80, it's cancer fighting, it's heart disease fighting. It boosts your immune system, like skyrockets it. I don't want my vitamin D3 to be a little 35. No, so myself and my children and my husband, we take a vitamin D3 supplement because we're not in the sun enough to get our bodies to produce enough vitamin D3. Vitamin D3 comes from the sun. Vitamin D2 comes from like mushrooms and plant food. They're totally different, so don't get them confused. Third thing is lower your fat intake. Yeah, I know that you were saying that your results showed that you have a fatty liver. So to get rid of the fatty liver, the number 1 thing to do is lose weight. And Cindy, I know that you are losing weight. Most people eat way more fat than they realize. So I recommend going, there's 2 places that you can track your food that you eat every day. MyFitnessPal, you can download on your phone, or Chronometer, CRON-O-meter. Download them, and for about a week, log everything that you eat in there and see exactly how much fat that you're consuming, how much refined sugar that you're consuming. See, it's a good idea to track it. Where am I lacking? Where am I getting excess in? And see how it goes. I've done that a week here, a week there throughout my months of going raw. And I know where I'm deficient, and I know where I have to focus on getting. But you have to lower your fat intake. You have to lower your cholesterol to get rid of that fatty liver. And it's not going to happen fast. It's going to take you a year, 2 years, maybe 3 years to really get that fat out of your liver. And the detox, oh, Cindy, you did ask me about juicing the half a beet with an apple. I think that's a good idea. Half a beet is not too taxing on the liver, but I think that there might be a step that you could do before that. What you could do that would be more gentle way to start, and you should be gentle on your body, okay? You have a juicer. I know you have a juicer, not a blender, a juicer. There's a difference, okay? Take a few beets and juice them so you have 2 cups of beet juice. Put it in a gallon glass jar, and then fill the jar up with water. Squeeze a couple limes or lemons in there. add some stevia if you want to, shake it up and drink a quart of it every day on an empty stomach. You could drink that in the morning time, and that will be a very gentle flush for your liver. After you do that for a few weeks, you know, then you can maybe go to half of a straight beet with straight apple juice, or you could just do that to begin with. It's completely up to you, but I really do like diluting the beet juice in the water and drinking it that way. I think it's much more gentle on your liver. Your arthritis in your neck and your shoulders, Cindy, in time, the whole body vibration is going to take that away. If you're consistent and patient, it will take it away. Remember, I had arthritis in my right knee. I was taking pain medications every night. It took 2 months of using my whole body vibration to pull that acid waste out of the joints, and I was completely gone, and it's been gone for over 3 years. I've never had to take a pain medication for my knee ever since then. And not only just the whole body vibration, but combining it with your juicing and your smoothies and getting rid of the foods that cause the arthritis, which are acidic foods. Arthritis is caused by acid waste accumulating in your joints, and it causes pain. So you want to get rid of those foods that cause that acid, which would be meat and dairy and cheese and breads, stuff like that. Kombucha is very alkalizing to your body. Himalayan salt brine is very alkalizing to your body. Apple cider vinegar is very alkalizing to your body. Lemons and limes, even though those foods they are acidic in the bottle, when you drink them, they alkalize your body. Don't know how all that science works, but I know it does work. It's not like Coke. Coke that's acidic in the bottle is acidic to your body, gives you osteoporosis, all kinds of horrible diseases. You know, kombucha, apple cider vinegar, lemons, limes are all totally different than that. So alkalize your body. And there's a good book called Alkalize or Die, and I'm not sure of the author of that book, but it's a very good book to find and read. She talks about wheatgrass shots. They are very good for you, Cindy, but it doesn't have to be that difficult. I take Barley Max baby barley juice every morning. I get it from Hallelujah Acres, and what they've done is they've grown the barley, they've taken the barley juice, they've dehydrated on a low temperature, and then I'm up to a tablespoon a morning, and I don't recommend you start at that. Somebody bought some yesterday, and I recommended to her to start with an eighth of a teaspoon every day, and then to work up to maybe a whole tablespoon, but slowly. Again, being gentle with her body. So I take that every morning. I take my baby barley juice every morning. Now, some people say that baby barley leaf juice is far superior to wheatgrass juice because wheatgrass is grown in a tray in about 1 inch of soil. The barley is grown in a field where the roots go way deep in the soil, and therefore are able to get more nutrients because it's deeper in the ground. Now, I've heard both sides of the controversy, and I have not made a decision which stand I choose. I just know that I drink my barley every morning, and it's easy for me to drink. I can be consistent with my barley. My wheatgrass I don't enjoy as much. If I'm getting your hormones tested, it's just financially out of your reach, which it costs a couple $100 and usually isn't covered by insurance, then you might, if you look up the signs and symptoms of high levels of estrogen, and then make your own determination if you think you have that. And then progesterone brings down the estrogen levels. Progesterone is the nice calming hormone. Estrogen makes us go, ah! Progesterone makes us go, ah. So, it might be something you might want to consider. I was actually, before I got pregnant with my 9-year-old with Caden, we had been trying for many years to have another baby, and I couldn't get pregnant. And I started taking progesterone cream just because it was kind of grumpy and had grumpy PMS. And I was taking progesterone cream for about 3 or 4 months, and bam, pregnant. And I think I really do attribute it to the progesterone just kind of balancing out my hormones and making me able to get pregnant. So progesterone, hormones, yes, important. And then the last thing that I would really recommend, which I already have, is greens. Drink as much greens as you can every day, and they will heal your body. So recommend this book to you, the 80-10-10 Diet. Now, I'm not telling you to follow the 80-10-10 diet, but this book has got a wealth of information in it. It talks about 80% raw fruits and vegetables or carbs, 10% protein, and 10% fat. And he explains why this book is such an eye-opener. It talks about the insulin, and this is a really good book. Now, you may not ever go 100% raw, and it's totally fine. Whoops, just punched myself in the face. It's totally fine, but you will get knowledge from this book that you need to get. This is another book that I really recommend. Marcus Rothkran's Heal Yourself 101, step by step, what to do and how to do it. Really awesome. For people who are confused about the steps, what do I do? He makes it really simple to understand. Get them. Should you eat 100% raw? That's entirely up to you. It's my goal every day to eat 100% raw. In my opinion, I feel like in today's world, it is a superior way to eat that will heal the damage done by our environment, by our stress, by our past food that we've eaten. I feel like it's the diet that will help us avoid getting cancer or avoid heart disease or avoid all those autoimmune diseases that are just rampant. I believe it's the diet, the way of eating, that will keep us healthy. And you know, Hallelujah Acres, go to hacres.com, I believe it is. They promote an 80% raw food diet and a 20% cooked food, but their 20% cooked food is not pies and pastries and tortillas. It is brown rice and a potato, and they still want you to avoid the dairy. They still want you to avoid the cheese, you know, avoid the meat. So, you know, there are things, you know, really look at what you're eating. What should you take out of what you're eating? What can you say, I will not ever eat this again because I know this is killing me? For me, I will never drink a Monster drink. Unless I'm dying and it's the only thing that I have around to drink or whatever, but it is never ever tempts me to drink a Monster drink. Sodas do not tempt me at all. I will not drink a soda. It is never like, well, I'll drink it when I go on vacation, or I'll have some at the party for my treat. No, it's not a choice for me. It's an easy no. Meat is actually an easy no for me too. Meat kind of grosses me out. I've never been a big meat eater. Meat is not a problem for me. Now, if I'm going to have a celebration where I'm going to say, okay, well, you know, Thanksgiving, I'm going to eat mashed potatoes with gravy and corn and stuffing. You know, that is an exception. But your exceptions shouldn't be every couple days. You know, everybody wants to celebrate with food every day, and you have to really pick and choose which celebrations are worthy of eating the cooked food that is going to be really hard for your body to digest, because you're doing all this healing and cleansing and detoxifying, and then you're going to put in a little bit of garbage, you know? So you want to make sure, if you do choose to put in that garbage for whatever reason, that it's not all the time. And I do see that happen a lot. I do see people celebrating they start eating healthy, and then 2 days after they start their health journey, well, guess what? It is May 4th. It's Star Wars Day. May the 4th be with you. And so we have to celebrate with pizza and cake and pie and popcorn while we're playing or watching our Star Wars movies. And then next thing you know, it's Mother's Day a couple days later. And ooh, yes, let's celebrate with food that day too. And indulge yourself that day too. And then next thing you know, it's, you know, a couple days later, it's some other celebration. So pick and choose your celebrations and your indulgences very wisely and very sparsely. So Cindy, I hope this helped you. You're on the right track. Don't let too much information confuse you. It's all in the raw fruits and vegetables, the smoothies, the juicing. You know, get those in you. That whole body vibration, amazing for your body. It's going to help heal you. That little bit of exercise, de-stress, and you're on your way, Cindy. I know you are. Just keep plugging away at it, and I'm proud of you for taking your health into your own hands and not relying on anybody else to tell you what to do. Even me, You know, you're researching and you're trying to make your own decisions and come to your own conclusions, which is what I want everybody to do. Just because I say it, or your doctor says it, or Tanny Raw says it, or Life Regenerator says it, or Fully Raw Christina, doesn't mean it's okay for you. You have to do your research, and you have to figure out, what do you believe will heal your body? What do you believe will make you live at your optimum health? What are you willing to sacrifice and give up to do that? What fits into your life? What can you do that will not break the harmony of your family and upset your husband or your kids, that you're not eating this or that, or going here or going there? That's really important. You have to have that harmony and support of your family, or it'll just be difficult and stressful. So if you have any questions, please put them below this video and I will try and answer them. Remember, this is not medical advice, this is just Jan's advice. And I'm still on a journey, and I'm still learning and still growing, and I'm glad you guys are there listening to me babble now. So bye, blessings.